rise up and take the power back. It's time the fat cats had a heart attack. You know, their time's coming to an end. We have to unify and watch a flag ascend. So come on. They will not force us, and they will stop degrading us, and they will not control us, and we will be victorious. So come on. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you guys come in. Hello, hello, hello. This is AJT500 / Talented Track 98 / Heloise Wonder Why / Helo, and this is gonna be the Mjolnir video, or however you say it, Mjolnir, whatever, the hammer video. Right? Because I feel like I gotta make this because right now there's like a war, bro. It's like either you think this thing is the most busted thing ever, or it's kind of just, you know, honestly the status quo. I'm gonna keep it a stack, but we're gonna get into it. Personally, I really don't think it's like busted because, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a whale and I have access to like every element. For primal, I kind of already see what every element can do anyway, so I'm kind of just like, you know, this isn't really that crazy, right? So pretty much what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through some stuff. I'm going to go through some stuff with Mjolnir, and I'm gonna do like comparable stuff with it that you could already have done, a lot of which has been found in like the last like week or two. So the first thing I'm actually gonna go through, unironically, is just EX Plus, because for some reason dudes actually want to argue EX Plus is busted because you can one shot it with the hammer, bro. And I'm just like, are we living in 2018, my guy? Like, dude, literally the entire point of EX Plus nowadays is to either just attack and kill it, tag team attack and kill it, do something like Percy S3 and kill it, do something like 000 and kill it. That's pretty much the entirety of EX Plus in general. That's what it's been for like the last like couple years. Even when they upgrade the HP, that's still the same thing. And half the time you bring COG gear for that stuff too. So I'm just like, I don't understand the EX Plus argument. So I'm just gonna show you what I had before for like water EX Plus, like what I was planning to do for water EX Plus, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do what you would do with the hammer as well, right? So like this is what I had for water Gilwer, right? And this thing is literally just attack. Not a single button, bro. Not a single button. It's literally just attack, and then, you know, this goes off, but you would have already refreshed this anyway, bro. All of this would have already been refreshed. And it's dead. It's dead. Right? 5 seconds. Alright, now let me do a Mjolnir one. Right? I'm just gonna take one of these parties and just do a Mjolnir one, right? Oh snap, I had kicking. Wait, I have a Leviathan on, bro. Yeah, I'm doing this live. We doing it live. No takes. No takes, bro. No takes. Alright, look. This is what you do with a Mjolnir one, bro. One button, and it's dead, right? 6 seconds, right? Probably 5 seconds too if you full autoed it, right? It's literally the same thing. And I know people are already gonna say, but my lockout, the enemy action, from the other one, dude, it's busted. No, bro, come on, bro. Come on, you know you're not Japanese. You're not seeing half of that lockout anyway, my guy. Let's be real. It's practically the same kicking setup, my guy. It's practically the same thing. And technically, I have to press a button on this one. So it's just like, bro, like, It's just like I understand the lockout is a thing, and besides, like the fact that you're not pressing attack does let you go faster because you're just killing it with the skill. Like I know killing stuff with the skills is faster than hitting the attack button, especially if you have to deal with enemy action. But come on, bro, are we really gonna cry broken just because that thing can do that? Because I assure you, my water setup isn't even like the best one. I assure you, there are other water setups and other setups for other Ellies, like I mentioned with Fire with Percival, where you can literally just press Percival S3 and beat the boss, or you could just do tag team and beat the boss. You know what I mean? So it's really not that crazy. It's really not. It's the same thing for Nightmare 90. I don't have a Nightmare 90 set up right now, but I can guarantee you, if you go back to like my Dark post Guild War Ramble, literally Nightmare 90 for Dark was literally press attack with a rush goal and you win. Which would be the exact same thing with this one, where you just press Mjolnir S1 with Orologia and you win. And it's the same thing. It's really the same thing. You're literally arguing that Mjolnir is broken because of lockout. That's what you're arguing. That's what you're arguing. So then you're gonna say, okay, you know, well, what about the bar farming setups, right? So we're gonna try and do some bar farming setups live, bro, and we already know this is gonna be whack because we got all these seeking hammer bros out here, we got these seeking we got these hammer bros out here, we got these fire dudes out here. So I'm gonna try and do, okay, I'm gonna do grand order first, right? So grand order with Mjolnir is literally you call Bubs, and then you do S1, right? Call Bubs, you do S1. Okay, now let's see what the other thing is, right? The other thing that you can do is you can press let me see if I can find the setup. This one, right? So this one, you take this and you take a grand order summon. If I can find a grand order summon. Okay, there's a grand order summon. This one, you literally do this. You literally do this. If it'll go. If it'll go, bro. You call 000, and you attack. Oh snap! I need charge attack on. And you attack, right? It's like the same thing. Now, granted, I hit with no debuffs here, but this is supposed to get 13 mil. Bro, just chill on me. But anyway, this is supposed to get 13 mil, whatever, right? Or 1.3 mil, whatever. It's literally the same thing again. It's literally 000 call and attack versus Bub's call and Orologia S1. It's the same freaking thing, bro. It's the same thing. Alright, well, you may be saying, but I've been seeing a whole bunch of PBHLs, bro. PBHLs with it. Alright, let me show you PBHL 2. Alright, PBHL, you call Bubs, you hit this button, I'm gonna try and scroll down. This button, and this button. Right? And there's also a Sandolphin variant where you can hit Sandolphin and do a little bit more damage, right? So that was one button, or one summon, 5 buttons, right? Now let me show you what the other one is with Fire, right? I'm gonna show you what Fire setup is. Oh snap, I mean hit that. I'm gonna show you what Fire setup is for PBHL 2. So Fire setup does like the same kicking thing, bro. It does like the same thing. Bro, I'm trying to, oh my god, bro. Hey, no takes. Yo, I'm gonna do this one over again. I'm just gonna use this one to swap my summons. I freaking hate trying to swap these summons around, bro. It's like mad annoying. Alright, but look. Also, I need to do this manually. Alright, so this one, you attack, and then after this, you literally just attack again. That's it. 1.9 right there. And honestly, this is unoptimized too because I don't have my I wanted to level this dude. You're supposed to have like Fra or Primal here so that Neza can get guaranteed triple attack. This is supposed to hit 2 mil, right? But what I'm trying to show you is this is literally 2 buttons, 1 summon, 2 turns. And really you only need 1 turn because 1 turn will get you to the blue chest like 1.5, right? So again, this is like the same kicking thing. It's like the same speed, bro. It really is like the same speed. But nobody wants to cry, oh my god, it's like fire is so broke. Okay, granted, some people do want to cry that fire is broken to crap, right? But nobody's saying we should nerf fire, right? Nobody's saying we should nerf fire because of their performance in PPHL, right? Honestly, I'm not going to go through an Akasha, but Akasha is like the same thing. Akasha, you can play Dark, you can press Ilsa S1, attack, and you get your honors there. Or with this, you can call Bubs and do like 3 buttons on Mjolnir, and you can get your honors there too. It's like the same thing, bro. It's like the same thing. Really, what you're fighting over is lockout. That's what people are like afraid of. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because we're literally doing like the same peaking setups, bro. We're doing like the same setups. I don't understand. I don't understand. So now I'm gonna talk about a little bit like a little bit about like Revans and stuff, right? Because there's been videos going around of pretty much now that everybody and their mom hopped on like the Earth one, a lot of people and other LEs started picking up ones for like Wind, like Dark and stuff. And I know there's a lot of Cosmos videos that are going around with Dark ones, where the Dark ones can get like 4 mil honors in like 1 turn by doing nukes, right? And the thing about it is, I'm gonna be real, I really don't see the issue with it. I really don't, bro. Because the thing about it is, think about it. Realistically, think about it. Someone goes in and they uses Mjolnir for 4.1 honors in Cosmos, right? The only thing that could literally screw anybody else out of is just that it pushes too fast. But let's be honest, bro. We already know we have taking Ereshkigal dive bombers in Cosmos that literally go in there and mash to 4.1 anyway and then die, and then they don't carry the raid, they just got their blue chest and they're out, right? So now it's literally just a faster version of that. It's literally just a faster version of that, bro. It's like, and the other thing about Mjolnir as well is Mjolnir. I talked about this back when I ranked like the gold moon weapons, like way back. But Mjolnir is pretty much in the same boat as how I said Ereshkigal and Hraesvelgr have like restrictions, where essentially Mjolnir's biggest weakness is an HP bar that it can't kill with its skills, right? So the thing about it is Mjolnir, while Mjolnir speeds up stuff like EX plus, it speeds up stuff like 90, 95, maybe even 100, right? When you get into Guild War and you get into like 150, you get into like 200, 250, you're not going to be able to burst it, at least solo. You're not going to be able to burst it with just Mjolnir, bro. You're not going to be able to do that. Like, it's going to have too much HP. It's going to have too much HP. It's the same thing for stuff that's like harder, right? Like, you're not going to take Mjolnir into Fa 0 or Hexa. It's not going to work because it's not going to be able to deal with the mechanics, and it can't do that much damage. So this is literally just a bursting thing. And mind you, by the way, not only does Mjolnir, assuming you didn't get it from the free ticket, right? Assuming you didn't get it from the free ticket, not only does Mjolnir cost 100 gold moons, if you don't get it from the free ticket, you have to bar it, by the way. You have to bar it 3 times, which is potentially up to 60 extra gold moons if you're just going to use gold moons on it. Otherwise, 3 bars. And note, by the way, it needs an unsparkable, untixable summon that taps into the boundary. It's kind of supposed to be strong, don't you think? Bare minimum, if you don't roll Orologia, this thing is going to run you 250 gold moons in 3 bars. Don't you think that should be able to speed up your farming just a little bit? Don't you think this should be able to farm PBHL, Akasha, and Grand Order on the same league as random other stuff that you can put together? Don't you think that a 250 gold moon investment is worth that? Like, personally, I think it's kind of justified, bro. Like, I think it's fine. I really do. I think it's fine. And like I said, I think one of the biggest things, and I was saying this in the Discord earlier, was that I would be more worried if you saw this trend going to other weapons, right? But the thing about it is this is stuck on Mjolnir. So even though it's on Mjolnir and it's crazy and it's doing crazy stuff, at the end of the day, it's stuck on this weapon. You have to use this weapon. You are restricted to the classes that can use this weapon, right? And you have to main hand this weapon. You can't, like, I mean, you can use it as a grid piece, but it's not going to do the OP stuff. You just throw it in the grid and use something else, right? You have to use it as the main hand. You have to play the specific style. And again, like Hraesvelgr, like Ereshkigal, if you fight something that you can't burst down, it's going to lose. There's no point in doing it. You're going to have to use something else, right? So I don't think this is really OP. I really don't. I don't think it really treads on... Another thing, too, is I don't think it really treads on the illustrious weapons, because I feel like the illustrious weapons, outside of Eresh, Hrunting, and Hraesvelgr, and to a small, minute amount, Ramphaya, this weapon and the rest of the illustrious weapons have nothing in common. Nothing in common. Almost all the other illustrious weapons, besides the ones I just mentioned, are either for, like, full auto or high level rating. That's pretty much what they're for. This is a burst thing. This is not for full auto. This is not for high level rating. This is just a burst thing. It's a burst thing. And I think what I'm trying to get at is, I think instead of people calling, oh my god, that's OP, needs to be nerfed, blase, you should just look at the landscape of the game right now and realize that this is pretty much just the status quo. It really is. It really just the status quo. It is pretty much the exact same as every other bar farming setup right now. Maybe a little bit faster because of the lockout situation. But it's like, bro, if you don't get power crept by Mjolnir, you already know Anniversary they're going to come up with some grand that's going to power creep it anyway. So it's like, are you going to say, okay, this grand needs to be nerfed now? Like, it's like, I just don't understand why people are so adamant about this needing to be nerfed. When I think this has more investment than a lot of other stuff, because 250 gold moons potentially is a lot of Heeking gold moons, bro. That's a lot of gold moons, and I think it should be pretty Heeking strong for that power. If anything, what I would be more mad about is that all the other Heeking superlative weapons kind of Heeking suck in comparison now. Like, and I think another thing too is this weapon is a weapon that you can't just flip on the fly, right? It's not like the new CCW weapons where you can change the element at any time. Right now I have an earth one, right? So like that Cosmos thing I mentioned before, I literally cannot do that. I can't do that thing because I don't have a dark one, you know? And not to mention, Earth's is kind of easy because we got Seed Dagger, right? We have Seed Dagger. This thing is really kicking strong. But all the other Ellies that are trying to mimic what Earth is doing with this thing, they need a ridiculous amount of investment. And the other thing too is they need weird investment. Like Dark is, I saw one of the Cosmos things, they're running Summer Zoe and like 5 Gislas, bro. It's like, why? Like, they need to do it for the Enmity, but it's like, that's not a common grid, right? There's not very many people that's going to be able to do that. And don't you think if you have that much investment in something really cheeking strange, you should be able to do something on par with the other stuff that's in the game, bro? Like, that's just how I see it personally. So I don't really think it's OP. I think it's pretty much the status quo. I honestly think it's fine. I also think it's also fine because they're literally giving out Teaking Superlative tickets for free, my guy. You can literally get this thing uncapped, no bars required, for free in the element of your choice. I already know you people Teaking Fire Sky Piercer, bro. Oh yeah, let me get Fire Sky Piercer, bro. I can't wait to get my Teaking 50k extra honors in PBHL. Teaking standing there straight face now. Straight face. Straight face. Oh, snap. I wish I could swap my thing back. I tried to warn you. Nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen. But anyway, pretty much that's it for this video. I don't really have a lot to say on it. I just want to put my thoughts out there where I really don't think this thing is that crazy. And I think it's more so that people are just overwhelmed by how much it's spread, honestly, because it was literally like a domino effect. Especially last night, we were streaming and we were watching that joint in real time on Twitter, just more and more people buying this Teaking weapon, buying this weapon, all these setups coming out, just doing crazy stuff, bro. But it's really not that different than what's already in the game. I'm a Hita stack. It's really not that crazy. So I don't know. That's pretty much it. What are your thoughts? Do you think it needs to be Tiki nerfed? By the way, I really don't think that's one thing I'm going to put in here at the end. I really don't think it's going to be nerfed. You want to know why I don't think it's going to be nerfed? Because even though we're figuring out like the burst, like the actual burst stuff now, people literally, as soon as they got their hands on Orologia, they figured out that this interaction happened. And it is now 10 days after that, really 11 for Japan, that they've been able to see this stuff online and know that this exists, and they've done literally nothing. And literally, the longer and longer they go without taking the game down for maintenance or doing a rollback, the less likely they are to nerf it, because it's going to be way too hard to keep up with everybody's stuff that happened. I would almost wager instead they would give you a whole nother superlative ticket as opposed to nerfing this weapon, because it just doesn't make any sense that we're 10 to 11 days in and they haven't touched it at all. That they're not touching it, bro. They're not touching it. If anything, if they nerf it, it's going to be like some roundabout weird nerf, right? It's not going to be like direct thing. But I really don't think they're touching it, because again, it's literally just the status quo. It's really not that different, bro. It's really not. So, regardless though, you still, if you still have not used your superlative ticket, you still have another like 12 days or 11 days, I guess, to do that. So wait. If they really do nerf it, then maybe you can choose something else. Otherwise, you can pick it up there unless you really have a big need to get it ASAP. But you can still wait if you haven't used your ticket, right? But I think that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to make a quick video, talk about it. I don't think it's OP. It's really just a status quo. It's just, it really is just status quo, bro. It's really not that crazy. It's really not that crazy. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye-bye. Okay, addendum. It's been a while since we had an addendum, but I have 2 things, right? The first thing is about why, another reason why I don't think it's going to be nerfed, right? Don't you guys think it's just a little bit suspicious, just the tiniest bit suspicious, that all these setups with Mjolnir are getting to the exact thresholds that they need for the things that they're working on? And granted, some of these setups are definitely optimized, and some of them can definitely go higher than what they are doing, but like the PBHL stuff, getting to exactly like 2 mil, it's getting to, in grand order, it's getting like to exactly 1.3 mil. Don't you just think it's a little bit suspicious? It's almost like they tested it and they knew this was going to happen. Like, I know people don't want to hear that, but it's almost like they tested it and they knew it was going to happen, right? It's almost like they knew. And then you take something like, oh, I don't know, the superlative ticket that we got, what, around Christmas time, that lasts a whole freaking month, that gave us enough time to figure out Orologia and figure out Orologia's connection with Mjolnir, which it was a whole month that you could have just picked up a 3 Mjolnir. Don't you just think it's just a little bit suspicious? Just a little bit suspicious. Almost like it was planned. Almost like they knew that this would probably happen and they already accounted for it. Don't you just think it's just a little bit suspicious? Is this just my headcanon, my crackpot theory? I don't know, bro. But that's just how I feel, man. That's just how I feel. It feels too exact. And it doesn't feel ridiculous. Like, to me, I still don't really feel like it's broken. So, to me, it feels too exact to not be somewhat planned, somewhat accounted for. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just saying. Because I have said in the past that even though I think side games make a lot of freaking stupid decisions, don't get me wrong, I think they make a lot of stupid decisions. But I feel like one thing, more so than anything else, is I feel like a lot of the times, unless something is legitimately bugged, which I don't even think this is really a bug, but unless something is really legitimately bugged, they really don't make a lot of like balance mistakes, right? Because I've said in the past, like with Medusa, right? They made her bad on purpose. They specifically restricted Medusa's kit on purpose. It's not like somebody was like, oh, oh man, I can't believe I put a 5 primal passive on Medusa. What was I thinking? No, dude, it was planned. It was all part of their plan, right? I probably sound like a conspiracy theorist, bro. I'm just saying, legitimately, I think with a lot of stuff, when it comes with their balancing, even though, like I said, I may not agree with some of their balancing decisions, like making Medusa seeking dog water, they usually don't end up with broken stuff. Like ridiculously broken stuff. Stuff is obviously really good, and we throw around the word broken a lot. But legitimately broken stuff, I feel like doesn't happen a lot in this game. I really feel like it doesn't. So that's just some food for thought. You know, just some food for thought. Anyway, the second thing is shorter. The second thing is the one thing I will give you on the lockout thing with using skills over the attack button is the whole multi-window thing where people can do multi-window. Now, for one thing, I don't even know how many people are even going to be doing that, because for one thing, how many people even have Mjolnir? How many people can do Mjolnir stuff? And how many people are actually going to take the time to dual window stuff? And I think even more so than that, especially when it comes to like bar farming, bro, you can still only join 3 raids. so unless that joint is popping, you're still gonna get raid locked. So it don't matter. At the end of the day, you're still gonna get raid locked like everybody else. So if the raids ain't dying, it don't matter how many cheeking windows you have, you can only join 3 raids. So I don't really see the point in potentially nerfing that either, because it's just like, I don't know. Maybe that messes up something for Guild War. Maybe that's really busted for Guild War. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe for Guild War. But for normal farming, you're still gonna get locked up. And the thing about it is you can only join a certain amount of raids in Guild War too, right? So it's just like, I don't know. I don't think that's busted either. And I don't even know how many people are even going to go through that just to bar farm anyway, my guy. Like, let's be real. Especially non-JP, who is really going to do all that just to try and bar farm? I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work just to bar farm. But I don't know. That's just me personally. But that's my addendum. Just some food for thought and some closing statements. So anyway, I'll see you for real in the next one, and bye-bye. You know what? Screw your video. Second addendum, bro. You know what I just thought about too when I was seeking. You know another thing I was just thinking about when I was doing a grand order as I was listening to this back, bro. You know how I said before that you need Mjolnir, 3 bricks, and an unsparkable, untixable summon, bro. There's bums too, my guy. There's bubs too. I forgot all about this guy. Most people have bubs now, right? But you gotta remember, bubs is also an unsparkable, untixable summon. So if you don't have bubs yet, yeah, that's another 150 gold moons right there for another 0 ticks. So you're looking at potentially 400 gold moons to do this. Not to mention, by the way, if you look at this setup, I also have a max grand order, which just got on subticks, just got released on subticks. By the way, that's another thing for my crackpot theory. This just got released on subticks at the same time where it could be potentially useful. Anyway, that aside, also has seeking maxed out Titan in here, max Galleon, Orologia, seeking 2 summer limited summons in here. You see all this investment just off summons and this weapon alone, and you're gonna tell me this thing can't be good enough to compete with Fire in PBHL, or a Water Mana Diver in Grand Order, or Dark Aresh in TK Akasha, or whatever in EX Plus? With all this investment, bro? Like, come on, dude. Come on. Be real. Think for like 2 seconds, bro. Think about this. It threw me off because I literally just went and did a grand order. Like I said, while I was listening back the video, I was doing a grand order and I hit bubs and I was like, wait a minute. That's unsparkable, untixable too. So it's like, bro, literally, potentially 400 gold moons, double anti-ticks for all this stuff just to be able to do what you could just do in Fire if you just played into Fire, bro. Or if you just do Mana Diver. Like, bro, the Mana Diver one for Grand Order ain't even that crazy. It's not even that crazy, bro. It's really not even that crazy, bro. It's really not even that crazy. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just like I said, I really don't think it's that OP for the amount of investment, bro. There is so much that you need, and I think a lot of it is like a lot of people, and myself included, because like I said with the bubs, I didn't even think about it because I just have bubs at this point. I just have bubs. I didn't even think about it. I'm just thinking about Warlogia. But like, if you really look at it, there's a lot of stuff you need to make that setup actually freaking work, bro. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, bro. So I don't know. That second addendum, you know, honestly, I think it's planned. I don't think they're going to touch anything. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. But I don't know. That's just how I feel. Anyway, hopefully for real, this is the end. Alright, anyway, bye.